Hello friends and welcome to the English narration of Bakelal's comics Lash Ki Talash, Finding the Dead Body. In a secluded corner of Vishalgarh's royal garden, three people were talking very secretly. Badke chutke, the work must be done with utter caution. Do not worry, sir. Not even a single soul will come to know. Okay then, keep this advance. You will get the rest after the work is done. Consider the work is done, sir. And there, under the supervision of Mahamantri Dharam Singh, the palace was being decorated like a bride. And the reason for such festivity was the naming ceremony of Raja Vikram Singh's son. Oh, 56 type of delicacies. Today's dinner is going to be awesome. And there Maharaja was spending some family time with his newborn son and the queen. Maharani, you will see, your son is going to glorify our name. Yes, my lord, you are right. May he twinkle like the stars in the sky. Just then a Dwarpal enters the room. Maharaj ki jai ho. Vikram Singh says, Tell me, Dwarpal, what do you want? Sir, there is a man from Lalgarh. He wants to meet you. Vikram Singh gets surprised on such an unusual request. I cannot meet him now. Tell him to wait till tomorrow. Till then he may join our dinner. Forgive me, my lord, but the man seems very ill. I don't think he can see tomorrow's sun. Vikram Singh gets shocked. What? Vikram Singh rushes to that ill person at once, and what he saw there was very sad. An old man, thin like a skeleton, was about to die. Oh, he seems in a very bad state. What has happened to him, Rajvedji? Maharaj, he is suffering from starvation. All the parts of his body are not working now, and he may die anytime. Hunger? Starvation? Is it really in my kingdom? Maharaj, I am from Lalgarh. My name is Lakhia. Maharaj, please save our village from famine. You have to send caravans of food to our village, or else everyone will die, and the sin of their death will be on your head. Just after saying that, the man died at once. After seeing all this, Rajaji becomes very sad. He cries and says, What type of misfortune is this? Here I am serving dinner to the whole village, and there in Lalgarh people are dying due to starvation. Rajved becomes emotional too and says, Rajaji, we have to send food, water and money to Lalgarh at once. Just then Raja gave orders and Mahamantri Dharam Singh made all the arrangements. My lord, 10 carts are filled with food, water and money. That will be enough for Lalgarh. That is good, Dharam Singh. But whom should I give such a big responsibility? If you permit, sir, I'll do it myself. Just then the court advisor Hasmukh Lal enters. Forgive me, my lord, but why are you forgetting Mr. Bakelal? He is the apt person for such a big responsibility. Oh yes, Bakelal, that's a good suggestion. Bakelal is called into the court at once. While reaching to the king, Bakelal thinks, I don't know what kind of fun he gets in giving all the important responsibilities over my shoulders. I don't know what type of work does he has today with me. And their king's heart fills with joy. Oh, my Bakelal is coming. Raja Vikram Singh explains everything to Bakelal and orders him to take the 10 bullock carts filled with food, water and gold to Lalgarh and arrange for a relief camp in Lalgarh on his behalf. You will get 10 soldiers too for your protection. Bakelal thinks, 10 soldiers? Oh, that's a sad story. Then Bakelal says after thinking something, My lord, you know I like to work alone. Please keep your soldiers with you and give me all the 10 bullock carts. I'll do the rest. I am proud of you, my dear Bakelal. You are ordered to leave at once. As per the orders, Bakelal quickly leaves for Lalgarh and on the way he starts hatching his sinister plan. Yes, now this is what I call timing. Who cares about the people of Lalgarh? Let them die of starvation. With all this money and food, I will enjoy my life in some other town. And he does the same. After emptying all the treasures he had, Bakelal decides to pay a visit to Lalgarh. He thinks, I'll tell some story about getting robbed or something. And there in Lalgarh, whole village was starving with famine. People were hungry. They were just waiting for death to take them. Suddenly the hungry people of Lalgarh hears a loud laughter. When they look up, they see a big ugly Rakshas. Haha, I'll kill all of you. I'll eat all of you. But after listening to the Rakshas, the villagers became very happy. They thought this is the end to their pain. All of them said suddenly, "Oh, our savior Rakshas, please relieve us of our pain. Eat all of us and quash your hunger." Rakshas gets surprised after listening to this. They all themselves want to die. It seems they don't even have the energy to stand up. I think they themselves are starving from days. The Rakshas gets empathized with the villagers and starts to cry. "Before eating all these empty skeletons, I'll die myself of starvation." "Oh, Mr. Savior, where are you going? Please don't leave us alive. Eat us." Just then, one among those hungry souls says, "Oh, I think a fleet of bullock carts is coming to us." After seeing the bullock carts along with those villagers, there were two more fellows who were happy to see that. These two fellows were Badke and Chutke. "Badke, do you see? That's Bakelal. Keep your bow and arrow ready." And there, when Bakelal reached near to the villagers, all of them surrounded him. Seeing the crowd around him, Bakelal melancholy said, "Dear friends, I am Bakelal. I have been sent from Vishalgarh, but on the way to Lalgarh, I was stuck between very heavy storm, and in that everything got lost." From among the crowd, one villager said, "There is nothing to be sad about it, Bakelal ji. We are very thankful to you that you came late." That fellow was Mukhiya of the village. He told everything to Bakelal, how the Rakshas came and how he spared their lives. Whole crowd became very happy and they all were praising Bakelal like anything. Bakelal was also very surprised. He was thinking, "Oh God, your tricks are working here too." But suddenly that Rakshas returned. "Ha ha ha, I've caught my prey. I'll eat you alive, I'll kill you." Bakelal was thinking, "Oh my God, I am the healthiest among them. He will definitely eat me. Oh, where have I stuck?" And there Badke and Chutke, they shot their arrow in order to kill Bakelal. And there Bakelal, he suddenly jumped to the feet of that Rakshas. "Rakshas ji, please have mercy on me. Leave me. Your taste buds are going to thank you if you will not eat me. If you want, you can eat all the oxes of the bullock cart." After missing their shot, Badke and Chutke ran away. Bakelal started to think, "Oh, that was a good timing. Otherwise, I would have been dead by now." And the villagers, they were very happy. "Oh, the Rakshas is dead. The Rakshas is dead." The villagers started to thank Bakelal. "Oh, wow, Bakelal ji, that was sensational. How cleverly you killed that Rakshas." Bakelal, who was equally surprised, was unable to find any words. Then what? Bakelal was declared hero there and he returned to Vishalgarh. But as Bakelal reached Vishalgarh, something else was waiting there. "Oh, Bakelal ji," the Dwarpal said, "you have arrived. Maharaja is waiting for you in the court. Please go and meet him immediately." Bakelal sensed the urgency and got worried like anything. "I am sure that Maharaja knows about this scandal of Lalgarh. I am dead now." There Maharaja started shouting, "Bakelal! Bakelal!" Maharaja continued weeping. "Bakelal, where were you? You don't know what all has happened behind your back." "My lord, tell me what has happened," Bakelal said. "Bakelal, Mahamantri Dharam Singh, he is killed and his dead body is also missing." "Mahamantri Dharam Singh is dead?" Bakelal got terrified. "His dead body is missing? Sir, could you please explain me in detail?" "Okay, so listen, Bakelal. When you left for Lalgarh, Mahamantri Dharam Singh continued with the arrangements, and our head cook Sharif Chand, he was given the charge of all the food and drinks. But suddenly Sharif Chand overheard something. "Oh, Mahamantri ji, you are here." "Yes, you scoundrel. Then I have decoded your plan. I never thought you will fall so low." Dharam Singh continued, "But now I will get you punished." "Oh, is it so? Then I am sad that your game is ended here," the other mysterious voice said. "Here you go, Dharam Singh." "Ah!" Sharif Chand, who was hearing everything, started shouting, "Khoon, Khoon, Mahamantri is killed." Everybody was astonished. "What? Dharam Singh is killed?" Vikram Singh continued the narration. "Along with Sharif Chand and the soldiers, I went to the place. Where is the dead body?" Sharif Chand was also surprised. He said, "The dead body should be here. I heard the killer attacking Mahamantri at the exact place." "Sainiko, look into every corner to search the dead body and send spies everywhere to find the killer. He should not be able to escape." After listening to the story, Bakelal said, Tell me, my king, how can I help you? Actually, this is the work of police and the spies. Vikram Singh said, No, Bakilal, I don't think they can do it now. This is a mystery which you should solve. Bakilal got troubled with the new assignment. That old chap, he died but did not stop giving me troubles. And here Vikram Singh, he was proudly thinking that the killer will cannot escape Bakilal's sharp eyes. That night Bakilal could not sleep because he could hear someone calling his name. Bakilal, Bakilal. Arey, who needs me at this hour of the night? A little frightened Bakilal said, Who are you? Why don't you come in front so that I can see you? Someone appeared at the window and said, This is me, Bakilal, Mahamantri Dharam Singh. Bakilal got scared and started shouting, Bhoot, Bhoot, Ghost, Ghost. With those loud shouts, everybody got alarmed and came to help Bakilal. Vikram Singh went straight to Bakilal. Bakilal, wake up. Where is the ghost? There is no one here. And Bakilal explained to Vikram Singh, Maharaj ji, I have seen the ghost of Mahamantri Dharam Singh. He was calling my name. Listening to this, everyone got scared. Oh, ghost of Mahamantri Dharam Singh. Baap re. Bakilal emphasized, I am speaking the truth, Maharaj. I think the ghost of Mahamantri is still roaming around. And everyone cooled Bakilal down and thought of dealing with the matter in the next morning. But we know Bakilal, he cannot lay still. He started hatching a new plan. Yes, if I'll spread the news of this ghost into the palace, everybody will leave the palace. And then I'll come back and enjoy my royal stay here. On the same night, in the room of Sharif Chand, the head cook, a skeleton appeared in his window. It started saying, You saw me dying, but you did not save me. Now I am going to kill you. No, help, help, bhoot, bhoot, ghost. Job successful. Now I will hide this dress and go to Sharif Chand. Bakilal went to Sharif Chand and innocently asked him, Sharif Chand, what happened? Why are you so scared? Sharif Chand said, Bakilal ji, I have seen the ghost, Mahamantri Dharam Singh's ghost. Oh, run, run. And then in the late hours of the night, into the hutment of the royal garden. Who is there so late in the night that is making such much noise? And when the old fellow comes out to check, he finds no one there. He thinks probably someone is playing a prank on me. I must find out. And then suddenly he finds that a rope is pulling his leg. Late in this dark night, hanging upside down by a rope to a tree, the gardener becomes very scared and he asks, Who are you? Bakilal hiding behind the tree. You fool! You do not recognize me? I am the ghost of Mahamantri Dharam Singh. Now I am going to drink your blood. Ha 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 ha. After listening to all this, gardener becomes unconscious. Bakilal also sees the moment and leaves the rope. Meanwhile, the royal guards, they come to the place. Oh, this is the place from where those shouts were coming. Hey, who is standing there? Bakilal said, I too came here after listening to the noise. What are you seeing? Take him to the Rajvaidya. Then when the gardener came to his senses, he ran away like anything. Everybody stopped him. Hey, Ram Singh, stop! He said while running. No, this is not a place to stay. It has got ghosts all over. Overnight, the news about the ghost spread like a wildfire in the palace. Half of the workers of the palace ran away. The next morning, Raja Vikram Singh shows his concern to Bakilal. Bakilal, what all is happening? I cannot understand. My lord, I cannot comprehend it too. But I can vouch for one thing, that so many people cannot be lying. And moreover, I have also seen the ghost myself. Maharaj, I will suggest you must leave the palace at once and shift to the other palace. Bakilal tries to scare Vikram Singh a bit harder. Sir, till then I'll try to solve this mystery, but meanwhile if something happens to you, I will not be able to face myself. And suddenly everybody in the courtroom started suggesting the same. Vikram Singh, who was also afraid from the idea of ghost, quickly obeyed and shifted to other palace. And as per the plan, Bakilal stayed back to solve the mystery. That night when Bakilal was sleeping, suddenly few people entered his room. Bakilal woke up but realized that he is alone in the palace. It was Badke Chutke again. Badke, shall we wake him up or kill him directly? Badke rose his hand with knife to kill Bakilal, but suddenly a voice echoed into the room. Stop that! Everybody froze to the moment because it was the voice of Mahamantri Dharam Singh. Everybody started shouting, Bhoot, Bhoot, ghost! Mahamantri shouted, I am not a ghost. And you stay there, Hasmukh. Hasmukhlal, your plan has failed. Yes, Bakelal, the court advisor Hasmukhlal, he'll tell you the story. Hasmukh says, Mahamantriji, forgive me. I confess to the crime. Hasmukh said, yes, Bakelalji, it's true that I was jealous of your increasing fame, and one day I got the chance to take revenge. Lakhia, the person who came from Lalgarh, I caught hold of him first, and then I hatched the sinister plan that if somehow Bakelal gets entangled in the story of Lalgarh, I will finish him there. Coincidentally, I met Badke and Chutke and gave them the job to finish Bakelal when he reaches Lalgarh. But as you know, Bakelal, they could not kill you there. Then Dharam Singh continued the story. I came to know about this evil plan of Hasmukhlal when he was babbling with himself in his room. I got worried about you, Bakelal, and started following Hasmukhlal. I stopped Hasmukhlal near the kitchen tent and confronted him. But Hasmukhlal tried to kill me and ran away. But suddenly there was noise about my death everywhere. I wanted to follow Hasmukhlal but could not. I fainted on the way, and when I woke up I found myself getting treated by a Muni. My body took its time before I could get fit. But when I returned I saw Bakelal and thought that means plan of Hasmukhlal has failed. But then it came to my mind that Hasmukhlal will try once again to kill Bakelal, and this time I want to catch him in the act. That night I came into your room, Bakelal, so that I could explain you my plan. But everything got failed. You thought I am some kind of a ghost and I had to run away. And the next morning, I too came to know about the news of my ghost in the palace. And then today I saw you entering into the palace secretly. I got very confused. I was thinking of coming to you, but then I saw these three goons entering behind you. I sensed at once that you are in danger. And then now here we are. Bapre, all this was going behind my back, Bakelal started thinking. Once again my plan to live in riches has failed. Now I too need to act as if I was also searching for Mahamantri. Now it was Mahamantri's turn. He started to clear his doubts. Bakelalji, tell me one thing. Why did you come back when the mahal was empty? Bakelal reacted, क्योंकि मेरी मति मारी गई थी. I too wanted to catch these criminals. In Lalgarh, when Badke Chutke attacked me, I too sensed that there is something fishy going on. So first and foremost thing I thought was emptying the palace so that no one is in danger, and your ghost was the best plan before me. And when these goons will find me alone, they will definitely attack me. And if you would have not come, I would have beaten them black and blue, I swear. Dharam Singh looked spellbound towards Bakelal and said, that was marvelous, sir. By then Raja Vikram Singh and his soldiers also reached the palace, and they also heard everything. Raja Vikram Singh still asked Bakelal, why did you put your life in danger, Bakelal? If they would have done something to you then? Bakelal thought to himself, what should I tell you, Muchchad? Nothing goes according to my plan. Then Bakelal replied, nothing would have happened to me, sir. You know that Bhagwan Shiv has bestowed his blessings upon me. Wow, Bakelal, Vikram Singh said. Today I am captivated with your brilliance. And friends, that's how Bakelal failed again. We'll meet again in another video. Till then, goodbye.